Om, 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 Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Brahma Miristriparan Takare, Banushashi Bamisata, Buddhasha Gurusha Shukra, Shani Rahu Keteva, Sarvigraha Shantikara Bhavantu, Om Hrim Gurave Namaha, Om Hrim Guraya Namaha, and Om Magnificent Lord. May you bless this reading for all the people viewing this, that I could bring some understanding, overstanding, wisdom. Blessed Jah, thank you that I can be here for this moment and for these people. So, welcome to Cosmic Kev 100, your weekly astro video zine. This is where we take the signs of the zodiac, the 12 houses, the planets, and try to make sense of them, mostly within the tropical seasonal astrology tradition, but also in the Vedic astrology tradition. So what we're looking at least for today, Wednesday, is we have a moon in Taurus moving into Gemini. And we'll have a full moon in the constellation of Taurus tomorrow, but it'll be considered in Western astrology to be in Gemini. But let's talk about it in terms of that constellation and what part of the sky it's in. It's in Taurus in a lunar mansion known as Rohini. Rohini means red or passion. It's all encased within the constellation of Taurus, and it is the favorite wife of the moon, according to that legend. So the moon loved Rohini because Rohini is hot. She is symbolized by a small waist, beautiful figure, nice face. She smells nice. She's associated with perfumes. She drives a rad vehicle. She's associated with an oxen cart as her symbol. She's ruled by the moon, and she's all encased in Taurus. So it's like Venus and the moon are the two most feminine grahas, for most feminine grabbers. So there is this like alluring quality of the enchantress. But there's also, like, in another sense, because it rules fruit and good food and all the physical pleasures, it's somewhat like vulgar, and it's just sort of like on that material level. And, you know, a lot of ways those things don't satisfy forever. And so, but the legend is that the other wives got jealous because the moon was allegedly frequenting Rohini, you know, because there's 27 wives, and Rohini was his favorite. So Jayishta, which is where the Sun, Mars, and Venus are right now, the older sister was, or at least, at least Mars and the Sun. So, was like, I think Venus might be in Anurata right now. It's also beautiful, really beautiful. But Jayishta, the older sister, said, why do we have this moon who's basically not faithful to his other wives and is just hanging out with Rohini? Let's make this moon disappear. And, well, all life would not exist if the moon disappeared. That's what Brahma said. So, but what I'll do is I'll make sure the moon disappears once a month so you get to miss him. And he goes to every one of his wives pretty much every day. A nakshatra, a lunar mansion, lasts about 25 hours, just a little more. And there's all kinds of theories on this too. People not getting enough sleep, that we need a 25-hour day. I don't know. This is what's presented, and this is what I've learned and was taught about these things, you know. And this is not for anything other than just giving you an impression of natural law, you know. And so, like in Western astrology, we've got a moon in Gemini. Gemini, we're looking at both sides of the story. Sun's in Sagittarius, the seasonal sign of Sagittarius. And in Vedic astrology, it's in seasonal. It's not a seasonal thing. It's an actual constellation of Scorpio that it's in, and so there is this intensity. And it being in the West Coast, it's in the eighth house at the time of the full moon. So whatever you're thinking about, 3:14 p.m. on Thursday, hey, it's happening. This is an amazing full moon, and there's some blessings in it. There's a lot of material blessings because it goes in the second house, and it's also kind of one where you might be thinking about your mother and her qualities and what are your values and how is your throat and neck doing. All these things count. And so, in Western astrology, Sagittarius is philosophy, looking at all things. And it's also like we're getting to the darkest time of the year. So we're just letting go, and we want to leave the planet sort of like on a good note as things are shrinking, And so I'm going to go sign by sign and just give you your forecast for this week, which is from the third Wednesday today, the 3rd of December through the 16th of December. And so, is it really that? I don't think it's quite that long, no. Not through that long, but through at least the 9th of December, rather. So what we've got is all of these things culminating where we're in a place where we want to do our best, really. And for Aries, Sagittarius is about learning higher knowledge and taking it a step further. And so this is a really fortunate time of year for you. And Mars is in Sagittarius too. And, we've got this kind of hemming in of the sun with Venus and Mars. And so, you're aware of your passions and where you want to go. Greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. This is a time where your values are going to pick up and what you're not in control of. And it seems like a lot of things are out of your control right now. And it's sort of hard to feel completely on your game, and we all need help. We need encouragement from each other. And we have to just take every day as a gift in order to get through this. Because, take it easy, everything happens for a reason, and we're not the ones who are in control. The master of the universe is the one in control, who made all these planets and stars and trees and plants and water and all these things. And so if we're like, you're worshiping the planets, I mean, it's like only the natural law created by the creator is what's being presented, and it's only the creator that deserves the worship. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. So here we go. Moon in the first house. This is like this is kind of a feel-good full moon for you in a lot of ways, and I think there's a lot of creative vibe energy in this full moon too for you. I think it's kind of romantic. It's a little bit lusty with Venus, Mars, and Sun all in the 7th house. And so I think the deal is to kind of cool your jets. Now, I like the fact that Mercury is in Scorpio still, and it causes you to look at your health and ask yourself, what are you doing to help other people at this time? That's what's really going to bring a more upful vibe into our situation this week. And you get to kind of enjoy what relationships are as we go through the Sagittarius Sun period. Well, greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, this Jupiter is the best Jupiter. And so a lot of blessings have come your way. Now, the moon's going to be in your 12th house, so I would say you're going to have very, very active dreams Thursday night. This is going to put your dreamscape, karma, people that you have unfinished business with may just show up. And really, the season of Sagittarius for you in Western astrology is about giving. It's about serving others. It's about watching your health. It's about taking care of yourself. So I think that says it all. I mean, we're coming on a weekend that should be relatively positive and good for you, and you should feel yourself. Okay. Well. Greetings, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. I mean, this is nice because Sagittarius time is the fifth house. So that's your children, that's your creative projects. This is where you show leadership. This is where you're a little more fortunate, get to travel a little bit. Gemini moon, very social for you. You want to go out and party, celebrate the full moon. This could happen tonight. I mean, if you want the energy growing, Wednesday night's the time to do it. If you want to just kind of release, let it go, let things go, it'll still be pretty full the beginning of the evening of Thursday night. So, yeah. But it will be waxing at that, or waning at that point. It will no longer be waxing. So, take note. A lot of people don't take that into account, whether a moon is waxing or waning. And the waxing, the growing, is where the power is at. Okay. So, greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, it's like you're partnering and you're facing with limitations, and you're also being called on spiritually to be real with yourself and what your practice is, where you've been, where you're going, how you're going to make things right. And, sometimes we all get tired sometimes. Sagittarius is like, God, I just feel like staying home. There is that kind of energy. I care about my parents, older adults in my family, where they are at, and being a blessing to them. That's probably one of the best things you can do. And then, eventually you become an older adult and you're like, oh my God, how did I get here? I remember when I was, playing with Tonka trucks while people were going out to anti-war protests and being hippies. And, and suddenly we are the new elders. Oh my goodness. And the other ones are, there's a lot of those, 1940s and early 50s born folks that are still around, and fortunately, what a blessing they are. But, we need to help them. Okay, so let's just get on over to Libra here. Welcome to your horoscope. Venus is in Scorpio. And or rather Sagittarius now in Western astrology, along with Mars and the Sun, third house. So it's like this is a time to take courage. This is a time to get to know your neighbors and maybe negotiate peace with the neighbors. I see a lot of like ability to negotiate peace during this full moon. It's kind of the vibe that I got for it. You're doing well in the workplace. That's showing up in a really good way for you. So take heart and realize there's a lot of transformation going on, especially with your children and your creative projects. And there's just a lot of things too that are not within our realm of control, and we're going to learn from that by letting go, having faith, and asking the creator of the universe, the one who has really no name, but who sincerely cares about everything, reveal himself, reveal herself, all of it. Okay, here we go. We are going to Scorpio land here. Scorpio, it's a time for you to be resourceful. It's a time for you to manifest more, to do special things, to make more money, to show that you have positive intentions, and to really focus in on your values. And there's some transformation with this full moon for you because Gemini is the 8th house. So there's an awakening that I see here coming on. And I think there's a part of you that just is like, wow, I want to get to know history better. I want to get to know what's really of value before I step out into anything real big. But, Jupiter, it's a great teacher. It's in your 9th house, so you're learning lots right now. This learning is so valuable. Greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope and happy birthday. I want to wish Milo a happy birthday, who's turning 28 today. Clay Ellington. I think he's turning 60. I'm not completely sure, but I want to wish a happy birthday to Clay, and I want to wish happy birthdays to everyone having a birthday this week. We couldn't do it without you. I think Minoj might be the 8th of December, so I give Minoj a birthday shout. Brent Fryer, Doug Hauser, all of my December 8th friends having birthdays Monday. Gordy Oliger on the 7th of December. What a great musician. What a wonderful human being. If you know Gordy, you know what I mean. And so this is it. A lot of change. And this is a romantic moon. It's in your partner sign, Gemini. So live long and prosper. And pay attention to your neighbors, your siblings too. I think they could use a little love. Greetings, Capricorn, and welcome to your horoscope. So I would say Sagittarius time is like a little rougher on Capricorn. And they might ask me, why is that? Well, because Capricorn, this is your 12th house. So this is a time when you feel a little more isolated, a little more at loss, and you got to be careful. There's some minefields. We have blind spots. This is sort of 12th house is where we go to sleep. Sometimes it's where we die. It's a place of letting go, and it always helps to make donation, help other people, to eliminate the more negative effects of a Dustana house, 12th, 6th, or 8th house transit. Always give. That is the way of love, light, and freeing yourself. And so basically, that's all I have to say. Just be careful with your finances. Don't do anything foolish. And we'll talk about this stuff again next week. Okay. So, greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope. I think this moon's great for you because this is 5th house. So this is, it's love. I'm feeling creative. This is going to be good. But there's a little tension there with Neptune and Saturn and the North Node of the Moon. You have to be aware of illusion, and sometimes the message is we've got to be disciplined and hard, just for a little bit, just to kind of pull through this experience. Your social life is good right now. It's flying off the chain, and so that's a good thing. You have a lot of people that love you. You've got a lot of intelligence and ideas at work. Just keep on with that. Okay. Greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. So this full moon is in your 4th house. So the emotional strength of this moon is deep. It's big. It's real. You're feeling it. And the other thing is, Sagittarius time is like, this is sort of a pressure time for you because it's kind of performance anxiety. This is where you deal with your karma with the public. And so what are you giving the world? Is it love, life, ultimate truth, purification, goodness, generosity? And sometimes we can get scared and we hole up, and this full moon might be about that, about holding up a little bit. But Jupiter's in your 5th, so you got a lot, got to love, you got a lot of good fortune. Your kids should be doing well now, just keep them in your prayers and know that you're solid. But there's a lot of influences around you that want to distract you from being that more disciplined person that's going to manifest things. So just keep that in mind as we go through this week. Hey, you know what? I love you all. I appreciate your comments. I look forward to being with you next week when I do this again. You are here for a reason, and anytime you want, you can always, please subscribe, please share my videos. I do readings for people, and I, for a fairly modest fee for as experienced of an astrologer as I am. And I would love to be invited into your world, a world of your friends. So with that said, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om Tat Sat.